Okay, so this is how I eventually got the old one out. It's very simple, but it took me about 6 hours to work it out.
In today's video, I'm going to show you how I remove the bushing on a trail arm without a press and using some personally made tools. If you also don't have a press like me, but still want to get this job done by yourself on a budget, this method will be the way to go and it is super easy. So let's get started. By the way, if you are interested to watch the whole maintenance process, the video link is in description. Make sure you watch till the end as there are a bunch of little details in the video that helps you save time and energy while you're doing the job.
You need these circular saw bits to cut wood, or better if you can get something for the metal, iron. This one is a 57 millimeter, and the way that it works, this is going to be the receiver cup. So that goes in just like that. And you need another one, and this one I believe it's a 51. I'm not sure. I tried with the sockets, but the problem with these bushings, they got this plasticky bit, so when you go in, it's just gonna get stuck on this side, and the diameter is all right, but it's not gonna work out that well because eventually you're gonna end up cutting this before you get it out or something like that. So it's better to go with one of these. It's definitely gonna work. I ended up grinding the teeth from this one because it started, as you can see over here, to make groovings inside the housing over here as well, and it's not really good for your car to have something like that. So thankfully I've noticed that quite early because it was going in really bad. I mean, it started going in quite nicely, but then it got stuck in there, so I took it out, I grind it, and as you can see, it's a perfect fit now without any problems. So that's one. Oh, this is a 50. I don't know if camera can pick it up, but it's a 50. So you need a 50 to push, and you need a 57 to receive. Now there's another thing with this. It's gonna just push it out that much, and then it's gonna top up over here. So you're not gonna be able to push it all the way through. But I ended up just like whenever I felt like it's getting stuck over there, as you can see, it's got some markings in here. I hammered it out. It's just up to the edge, so you can hammer it out, and you don't need anything special. You can just hammer it out on the inner metal bushing. So it's quite easy to do that. Eventually, it's out. For the inside, I used just a simple 1 meter, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a screw, but it's a long screw. It was a 1 meter one, so I bought it. It's a 12 millimeter, in case you're wondering what's the size on this one. And as you can see, it's like very easy moving up and down. So it's a 12 millimeter. I wanted to go with 14 just to be on the safe side because this is the original bushing and it's got a lot of rust over it. I mean, it's 14, 15 years of rust, and when it's the original one, it's there for good. So it was quite hard, but with the 12, I could do it. I used two of these nuts over here. The other one has got the Loctite on it, and I've just tightened them so it works like a head. And I started off with a normal ratchet to unscrew it, and then when it got really bad, I used a cheater bar or a brake bar, because this just does not I mean, you can still do it, but it takes a lot of force. So I advise you, if you don't have any power tools, just get a cheater bar and use the cheater bar. It's gonna take time. Nobody said it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be fast, but that's a trick. So the setup is like this. Imagine this is inside the car. What you will get two of these big washers. That goes like that. Another one goes like that. Then you will get the cup that is gonna push the bushing out. That goes like that. So far so good. Then you will get the you will get your rod or your screw, whatever you want to call it, through the bushing. That goes like that. So far so good. And then, so this is inside the hub, basically, just like that. So this is going to be your setup. And after that, on the other side of the hub, you got to feed your rod or your screw through the hole on this side. So that is going to rest on the body of the hub. And then you're going to get two, not one. Just be with me, two. Look at this. I put two of this, and you can see it's bent. So make sure you use two. With one, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to ruin everything. So get two. That's good enough. That goes like that. Do the crisscross like a star type. And then one nut is enough. So you will get the nut in there. It's quite hard with one hand, but eventually you get the idea. So the nut goes in there. Then you will get your open end or a circular end. You will put it in there. That's going to rest in here. And then you start on this side. It's going to push it out and it's going to end up over here. Once it's there, you feel it's tight. It's not going anywhere else. Then you undo everything. Take everything out. Just so. Take this one out as well, if you want to come out. Take everything out, and then this is still inside, right? This is still inside, and it's got about roughly about half a centimeter, less than that. Then you gotta hammer it out, and to hammer it out, you gotta hammer it from this side. Another side point, do it from this side. I didn't need to unscrew a lot. As you've seen, just I unscrewed the shock. That's the only thing that I unscrewed. And from over here, I unscrewed the hole there for the shock. So I didn't unscrew like tons of everything. And that's it. You're good to go. Simple tools. You need this and this and these. I bought some spare ones as well, just in case. So the whole thing didn't cost me a lot. I bought some spares just in case I don't need to go to the shops anymore. Everything, as you can see over here, is all you need to do it on the Toyotas. Funny enough, I've been to 4 major shops here in Finland and none of them had anything to undo the bushings. None. Nothing whatsoever. So I had to improvise. The only way that I could get one, I went on an online shop, and they said, yes, we do have it, but we don't have a shop over here in Finland. You gotta order it from Poland or Germany, and it's gonna take up to 8 days. So if it's a weekend project for you, visit the shops. All the nuts and these extra ones cost me 3.80. This one was 10 euros. This one was from another shop, 7 euros. And the rod was 9.99. So everything roughly in a range of about 40 euros. And there you go, you got the bushing out. And another tip for you, the new ones, put them in a freezer. I put these in the freezer since this morning. They've been in the freezer for 8 hours. You know the physics. So they're gonna be slightly smaller than their usual size. So it's easier to feed them in. And that's it. I've been to the Toyota dealership. They didn't have any tools. They didn't even have the bushings. And all they said to me, they said, if you want, you got to change the whole hub. We don't do the bushings only. This part doesn't do the bushings. And Toyota doesn't provide them. So you got to change the whole thing. So you got to unscrew the bearing from here. You got to take this out. You got to undo every single suspension part at the back, take the hub out, and then change it. The hub itself, it was 250 euros in Finnish money. So it's a lot of money for each side, 250 plus the labor that is going to do this job for you. The best estimate that I had was with the parts, 1,100 euros. Here I am, 20 euro, another 20 euro, 40 euro, and an afternoon. And that's it. Good as gold. So less than €100, you gotta change the bushings. You don't need to touch the hubs if your hubs are still intact. Mine is still good to go. And that's it. I've learned it the hard way, and now I'm sharing it with you. There are tons of tools outside to do this for BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, I don't know, Opel, all Swedish cars, Volvo, Saab, you name it. But for Toyotas, nothing. I couldn't find anything, so I had to improvise, and it did well for me. So, yeah.
And that's how I managed to replace the bushings without a press. If you have watched the video and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's time to like the video and hit that subscribe button, as it would be great motivation for me, and you will also be notified about the next videos such as this one that can save you some money while you're servicing your car. I hope this has been informative to you, and catch you on the next video.